Welcome back to Garage 513, everybody. I'm over at Pro Tech. They're going to be painting the carbon fiber spoiler. Yes, I am painting it because I don't like the two-ton thing because I'm OCD that way. But anyway, we're painting the carbon fiber Ronfellow spoiler, which is impossible to find because they don't make the factory one anymore. Anyway, found one that's carbon fiber. They're painting it along with the vented hood that I got from ss-vette. So we're going to go over to the car. We're going to push it in because it ain't working, right? Motor's still being built, and once the paint shop is done with it, which will take about a week and a half or two, I'm gonna tow it over to the shop where they will put in the new motor once LME gets it there. So anyway, that said, we'll just walk on over to the vet. It's freaking hot. So the M is here today. So, car's here, and we're going to move it in to the garage, and then we're going to do a little tour of this facility, and they'll tell me about all the things we're going to do to get the hood painted and prepped and all those things. All right, so we're here with Nour, the owner of Pro Tech, and she is going to be doing this awesome work for me with the ss-vette hood. Been looking for this hood for years and finally found the original maker of it. Still needed some paint work, so what Nour is going to walk me through, or us through, is what all has been done so far, what's to be coming, and then you see my carbon fiber Ronfellow spoiler in the back, and we're going to talk about basically what's required to paint over carbon fiber because I'm an odd duck. Okay, Nour, tell us what's what.
All right, so basically what we are doing here is that when we first got the hood, it had some minor imperfections. This is a carbon hood, so it is all put together, and sometimes there's imperfections. So here, actually, in the back, like some extra carbon that was here, we sanded that down, smoothed it out, and put primer on it. So we went down, sanded the whole entire hood, got rid of all of the imperfection, fixed and filled in whatever we can and have to. Nothing excessive, because there wasn't a lot of stuff. We have to sand it down and make sure that everything is smooth over, and then we have put primer on it. Right now it is on the primer. You can still see that there's a lot of imperfection in it because it needs to be sanded down, but we were kind of letting it dry and soak it in, so whenever it's time to paint it, the primer has completely dried, and then it helps with the complete refinish of the hood. It gives it a better shine overall. When the prep work is all done accordingly and correctly, the finished result is really what shines and pops out here. So after this, basically, we will be sanding it down, getting it ready. We already have a color match for it. We've been working on it since before this even got ready. But now what our next step, now that we have the car here, our next step is to basically put this hood on the car, align it, adjust it, make sure that all the gaps are good, to see if we need to do any fill-ins in any spot, or at least let you see it so you are aware of all of it. Because at the end of the day, it is an aftermarket hood. It's not an OEM hood, so you always have to tweak around with it, no matter how much they tell you it's perfect, ready to put on or ready to spray. Mostly with aftermarket, if you're looking for that quality, you have to prep it, sand it down, put it on the primer, make sure that everything looks perfect before you paint it. And then we're going to go from the hood here to the spoiler, which here we have a very, very weird request. Most of the time, people buy the carbon fiber just because they like the carbon. Here in this situation, what you are doing is you are trying to color match it to the actual car. All right, well, in this situation, carbon is very hard to kind of make sure that it gives it that perfect refinish, because the resin in it and the carbon will continue to basically suck in the clear all the time, and it sucks in the paint. So whenever you're looking at carbon, it's never perfect. You can always see some waves in it, because even though the refinish of it might be perfect, but it's going to continue to suck in a little bit of the paint, a little bit of that clear, so it results in a little bit of imperfection. In these situations, what we end up doing is that we sand it down and we paint it the first time. We like prep it, sand it down, make sure that everything is ready. We paint it and we put 3 coats of clear on it. After we color match it, we put 3 coats of clear and let it sit. And then we go back later on, sand it down, and if paint is needed, then we will paint it. And then if it's just clear, then we will give it another coat of clear to make sure to get rid of any imperfections in the waves. That doesn't get rid of them completely. However, it helps big time. Yeah, it's been sitting here in the shop for quite some time, so it is a little dirty, but yeah, but it's actually in great condition.
So it does look good then. Okay.
Yeah, this definitely looks fantastic. It just needs to be sanded down. There's not really a lot of imperfection here. It's just the clear coat. So sand down the clear and then prime it and get it ready.
That's awesome. Yeah, I have not actually seen this in person really
Yeah.
until today. I've seen pictures of it, or actually I took a video of it, but I didn't actually touch it. But yeah, it is quite nice. It was fairly expensive. They don't make the Longfellow spoiler anymore. It's what I had on my first bet. It was second bet. GM discontinued all the parts for it. So finding this Longfellow type spoiler had to be aftermarket, and the only place I could find it was a place that only sold it in carbon fiber.
You couldn't do it like a color to match or whatever.
I mean, I wanted fiberglass like the hood. I mean, I could have got that in fiberglass, but I would be painting over it. So what's the point?
Yeah, the fiber, having it fiberglass, like it's carbon and fiber are very similar, you know. But fiberglass is a little bit harder to repair. People don't really like it that much, but
Really?
yeah.
Harder to repair?
Yeah, because you gotta have the correct tools, and not a lot of people like to work on them. And normally, like, you can get like the materials for it and fill it in, which is that's what was extra and excessive here on this side, and that's what we ended up sanding it down. Like we literally grinded it down and then eventually filled it in and make sure that this refinish is perfect. And then you can see here with the repair, this is a little bit thinner than here, so we have to do a little bit more repairs on it. But yeah.
Yeah, I see it kind of tails off.
Because it's never perfect. It's really, really good. It's great quality. You can see like the clean edges on it. We wanted to make sure that we don't damage them, so you know. And then that's why we'll put it on the car and check fitment, make sure that do we need to grind anything, do we need to fill in anything, and if so, then we will do it, you know, before, and then afterwards we'll take it off the car. We'll paint it, and then on this for your hood is that we're painting it the outside blue, and the inside is going to be glossy black. So we will paint it at completely separate times, and then tape it up and make sure that all of that stuff is good.
So it's painted a total of how many times then?
We'll end up painting the hood twice and just the back side one time.
And then both sides get shot with clear at the end.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Gotcha.
It'll definitely be clear coat because that's what gives it that shine.
Right.
Yeah.
What's it look like on the bottom? Was there much work to be done on the bottom?
There was obviously like a little bit, but we also didn't focus too much on the back because it is the back. Nobody's going to be seeing it. But we prepped the whole entire thing and made sure that everything is all done and taken care of. So everything is set up.
Oh, I see. I got you. So yeah, so this has already been the back part, I guess, is sanded. I guess it's awfully smooth.
So basically, what they did to start off is just like basically they DA'd the whole entire thing, just kind of smooth it over a little bit and fill in everything that needs to be filled in. And then they let it sit there for a little while and then primer. And the beauty of it is that we've had a lot of time with this, and we will have a lot of time with this. So it guarantees a better quality because we're not rushing the progress. We're not trying to speed through it to where like materials are not all the way dry, you know. So in this situation, it kind of makes it a little bit better. And then with your car being here with adjustments, and depends on how much adjustments we have to make, the hood is ready to go. I think the car will probably about a week and a half. You can probably pick it up. Or, you know, if it needs a little bit more adjusting, and then we need to fill in anything or work on it, it'll probably take a little bit longer. But we want to ensure the quality more than anything, and that's what our main focus is. So if it takes a little bit longer, then we're just going to let it so we can make sure that all of the repairs are done accordingly, you know?
That makes good sense to me.
Yes, sir.
Like I said, the motor won't be here probably till the end of the month anyway. So, and then Cameron's got to put it in.
Yeah.
So.
That's some exciting stuff.
It's exciting. It's been kind of a story. I mean, I bought the car, you know, right before Mother's Day. It got delivered from Tennessee. I had it shipped here. And Ben, you know, Ben, I flew him up there to Tennessee, drove it. Everything was good. He had it shipped here to me. I was there the day it got off the truck, so I filmed all the video for it coming off. And then the very next day, effectively, the engine blew. Yeah.
What happened?
Fucking lifter drop. I mean, they say 1 out of 100 times that'll happen. The car just had new heads put on, new everything, right? And lifters and all that. they say, I guess, I love the LS motors, and they clearly don't love me. This is like my fourth motor, three with the last car, and now this one's two, stock one and this one. But yeah, it apparently dropped the lift. I'm going to ship, once I get the new motor, we're going to ship my existing one to LME, have them diagnose what went on. But it looks like the lifter failed. It dropped in the motor, broke the intake valve, which, toasted the exhaust valve. The exhaust blew.
Wow.
And ruined the cam, melted the MSD intake manifold, and caused catastrophic failure. So I need a new motor.
That is insane.
Long one.
Yeah, that's a lot of work that needs
Yeah.
to be done.
Yeah.
Man, I'm sorry to hear that, but now you get to set it up however you want to, and that's the beauty of that.
I can spin this, right? It's like I get what I actually wanted, which was, I had a 4-stroker in the last car.
Yeah.
And had issues. But this time, the entire long block is being built by LME.
Yeah, well, that's going to be exciting. Maybe when it's all done and set up, you can come by and pick me up and we'll go for a spin.
That's a bet.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Will y'all be doing the install of the spoiler in the back of it? Because I know it probably have to have some holes drilled in the back.
If you want us to, then now we can definitely do so. Yes,
That
sir.
would be awesome.
Yeah, we can definitely do it. For sure.
All right. Well, thank you very much again for your time. I'm going to drop this off with you, and if you're, holler at me when it's ready to be towed, because I got to have to tow it from here to.
Yes. I got you. I'll keep you updated, and maybe I'll send you a couple of videos here and there. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Not a problem. I got you.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Okay, that was awesome. That was nice of her to do a tour like that. Very few people, it seems, actually want to be on camera, so that was nice of her to allow that. So this is where it'll be for probably a week and a half or two over at Pro Tech. This is where my buddy Justin has his cars painted. They obviously do lots of exotic cars, Porsches and Ferraris and whatnot. So I'm going to get myself to the casa and stay tuned for some more updates. I can't wait to see what this looks like when it's painted completely the Mans Blue. Alrighty, so thanks for tuning in, and as always, check that box.